So what are the 7 communities in Ventura? And just how much does it cost to live there? Well, today we'll take a look at the 7 different communities, the type of housing you'll typically see, average pricing, and the neighborhood allure. Now, I find a key part to understanding the different communities in Ventura is really understanding how Ventura evolved over time. So, for example, in the early 1900s, Ventura's housing is in close proximity to downtown Ventura and continued to develop outward from there. The early days of Ventura housing primarily consisted of small bungalows, cottages, reflecting the influence of the craftsman, the Spanish Revival, and Victorian architectural styles. Now, these homes were often modest in size, but have all the charm and allure that today's buyers look for. Since that time, Ventura developed largely from the west side and downtown of Ventura to the east side with progressively larger homes. Hi, I'm Harold Powell, a local real estate agent serving Ventura and the surrounding community. So if you want to stay up to date on all things real estate for Ventura, then I suggest hitting the like and subscribe button as well as the bell icon to be notified of future content. Now, for those not familiar with where Ventura is located, Ventura is a coastal community that is approximately 70 miles north of Los Angeles and about 30 miles south of Santa Barbara. So let's get back to the question of what are the 7 communities in Ventura. Number 1, the West Ventura, also known as the Avenue, which references the main street that runs through West Ventura called Ventura Avenue. Number 2 is the Downtown. Number 3 is the Beach and Marina. Number 4 is the Hillside. Number 5 is Midtown. Number 6 is the College area. And number 7 is the East End. Now, let's take a quick look at the average sale price you can expect in each of these areas, beginning with the lowest sale price to the highest sale price. Number 1, the most affordable area in Ventura is the Avenue. The average sale price over this past year was $672,000. Number 2 is East Ventura. The average sales price over this past year was $834,000. Number 3 is the College area. The average sale price over the past year was $950,000. Number 4 is Midtown, where the average sale price over this past year was $1,039,000. Number 5 is Downtown. Now, surprising, there was only one sale here this past year for $950,000, but there are 2 single-family homes currently for sale in the area, one for $1.2 and another one for $2.1 million. So if we combine these 3 properties, we end up with an average sale price of $1,416,000. And I will say the average for this area is typically higher than the Midtown area of $1,039,000. Number 6 is the Ventura Hillside. The average sale price was just at $1,610,000. Number 7 is the Beach and Marina area, with the highest average sale price over the past year was $2,390,000. Now, let's take a closer look at what you can expect typically to find in each of these communities. Let's start with the Ventura Avenue, also referred to as the west side of Ventura. Now, it's nestled between the Ventura River and Pacific Ocean and the Ventura Hills. The west side of Ventura had a big housing push that began in the oil boom of the early 1900s, and the result was most of the homes are modest-sized bungalows, Spanish-style single-story homes that are typically 700 to 1,300 square foot homes with detached garages that are often converted to ADUs, or accessory dwelling units, also known as granny flats. Now, the lot sizes here typically are around 5,000 square feet. Since most garages are converted, you will see more parked cars on the street in this area. And here you'll find some of the streets to be actually narrower than others, given to the fact that, again, these were developed in the early 1900 era. Now, this neighborhood has also been up and coming for many years and continues to evolve from what was a more industrial section of town with the oil boom to becoming more a part of a artsy community that seems to have become more and more integrated with the downtown Ventura area, with small eclectic shops, restaurants, and that sort of thing along the avenue. Now, we have seen a few new developments over the past 10 to 15 years of condos, townhomes, and single-family homes. Now, the newer homes are in the area between 1970 and 2017 and range in the size from 1,300 to 3,000 square feet. The 1970s era, typically ranch style, while you'll see 1990s, you'll see a Mediterranean style, and the more recent builds reflect a more traditional look. Additionally, you can take a bike path that runs from the beach as well as up the coast to Carpinteria and Santa Barbara, or you can also take the bike path north and head up to Ojai. Another attraction for some people will be because they will be commuting to Santa Barbara and it has easy freeway access to the 101. Now, this area again has become popular with home prices being on the lower end for Ventura than in any other of the regions or communities of the city. And with close proximity to the beach and downtown Ventura, the overall revitalization of the avenue as well. So if you are looking for kind of an eclectic community that is close to downtown without the price tag of downtown, then this community may be for you. Next is the downtown, which features many of Ventura landmarks such as the Ventura Pier, City Hall, Cemetery Park, and a number of historical buildings downtown. Now, if you like to be in the center of activity from downtown life and beach access, then the downtown area may be what you're looking for. Downtown Ventura has something actually for everyone. It's known for its quaint, eclectic, family-owned stores, restaurants, breweries, wine bars, music venues that often occupy historic buildings, historic banks, scattered throughout the downtown community. Downtown Ventura has become actually a great outdoor gathering spot and hangout for all the locals. And if you are looking for some water activities, you can head over to the Ventura Pier where there's fishing, surfing, and the overall beach scene is readily available. Part of the downtown is the Ventura Fairgrounds, which also offers numerous venues such as the Ventura County Fair and the newest edition of the X Games. Now, predominantly the housing stock was built in the early 1900s. Here you'll find a few styles that aren't found as frequently in other parts of Ventura. The first is the simplistic craftsman architecture. It includes the low-pitched roofs and wide porches. Second, you'll find the Victorian style with steep pitched roofs, gables, elaborate moldings, and carvings. And the third is the Spanish Revival with the clay roofs. Now, the size of these homes are typically larger than what you would see than on the avenue, usually ranging from 1,100 to 3,000 square feet and or 1 or 2 story homes with detached garages. So we'll also see a few historic homes in this area. Now, lot sizes range are also larger than the avenue, 6,000 to 9,000 square feet. The drawback is that the housing stock in this area is very, very limited since there is more commercial use and buildings in this location of town. Currently, there has been actually a big push for townhomes and apartment developments in the downtown area. Next is the Ventura Beaches and Marina. At the northern end of Ventura are the beach communities of Solimar, Faria, and Seacliff, which are located along the Pacific Coast Highway. Most of these homes are beachfront in gated communities and include spectacular views just steps away from the sand. From here, you are about 20-30 minutes from Carpinteria and Santa Barbara, depending on traffic. There are a few differences between this area and the Pierpont Beach area. One is the fact that Pierpont is really connected to the city in proximity and feels very much a part of Ventura. Whereas the north end feels more like I'm on vacation since your backyard is the beach and ocean. So in the Pierpont area, the streets tend to be narrower and most homes are actually not on the sand. So you'll definitely notice the number of properties around you. Contrast this to the north end, which predominantly in the front of the property, there's no one in front of you, and the backyard, which is your beach and ocean. Needless to say, there is much more life happening around you in the Pierpont, but you do have the convenience of restaurants and shops just blocks away. The Pierpont community runs all along Pierpont Boulevard and encompasses the various lanes which hit Pierpont Boulevard perpendicularly. The neighboring Marina community is called the Ventura Keys, which consists of 1 and 2 story single family residents with many boat docks homes with easy access to the Pacific Ocean and Channel Islands. In all of these beach and marina communities, you will find a diverse cross-section of architecture built between the 1950s to 1980s, with some complete rebuilds done in the last 20 years, as well as new construction. You'll find the quaint beach cottages, Cape Cod, contemporary ranch, Mediterranean, and custom-built homes all along in this community. The range of homes can run from small beach cottages of 1,000 square feet to nearly 5,000 square foot residences, with lot sizes from 3,500 to 7,000 range. Now, I've had clients and friends move from East Ventura and the Hillsides to the beach and marina areas, and it's very apparent that living here becomes more of a lifestyle change. For those that bought at the beach, they become much more connected, obviously, to the ocean activities like surfing, paddleboarding, and while marina life consists of boating, sailing, and again, water activities such as kayaks, paddleboards. So if you are wanting a lifestyle residence, then the Ventura Beach or Marina may be exactly what you're looking for. Let's go to the Midtown. It's just to the north of the Pierpont area. Midtown Ventura, which is broadly defined as the area of homes in the center of town, has been a fan favorite among buyers looking for charm and character. Now, the homes here were built mainly from the 1930s to 1960s, and with that era comes one of the more sought-after architectural Spanish Revival styles, which is characterized by stucco walls, clay tile roofs, arched openings, courtyards, and ornamental ironwork. Now, here you'll also see mid-century ranch, bungalows, and cottage-style architecture. There will be an occasional Tudor style with a steep pitch roof, and many of the tree-lined streets offer some with views. Typically, you see homes between 900 square feet to 1,600 square feet on anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 square foot lots, similar to what you find on the avenue with detached two-car garages with ADU potential. Now, the style of home is similar to what you again find on the avenue, but the homes here are typically larger and the streets are typically wider. So if you are looking for charm, character, and proximity to beach as well as shops, then Midtown is likely the neighborhood you may be looking for. Next, Ventura Hillside. It runs from east to west, just above Poli and Foothill Road. The most significant impact on the Ventura Hillside was from the 2017 Thomas Fire that destroyed approximately 500 homes in the Ventura Hillsides. Prior to the fire, most of the hillside housing was built between the 1920s and 1980s, and most of the fire damage was on the eastern side of the hills. So generally, you'll find older homes on the west side of the hillside. As we move more to the east side, you'll find newer homes built in the 1980s. So I will touch on some of the hillside neighborhoods. First up is Hobson Heights. It's on the west side of Ventura, and tends to be really one of the more expensive hillsides due to the proximity to downtown Ventura, the panoramic ocean and island views. Prices typically start around 1.8 to up to 5 million range in this area, and some of the homes are estate-sized homes that can reach up to nearly 10,000 square feet, built between 1920s to up to 2021. You'll find Spanish, traditional, Tudor, contemporary homes here. The ocean and city views in this area actually are spectacular, especially as you move up further up the hill. Home sizes, again, can range from 2,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet on anywhere from 7 to 14,000 square foot lots. Just east of Hobson Heights are the hillside homes just above Ventura High School that are pretty eclectic, with homes built between 1920s again to 2021. Unlike most of the other hillside, the streets here tend to have narrower streets towards the bottom of the hill and very little on-street parking, typically just one side. Secondly, the proximity to Ventura High will often make you feel like you're a part of the Friday night games and activities. And homes here range from 1,500 to 3,000 square feet on 7,000 to 9,000 square foot lots. Next up is the Skyline neighborhood that runs just off of Skyline Road from Foothill Boulevard. And this tract of ranch style homes were built in the 1970s. However, many of the homes were lost here in the Thomas Fire. So the range of homes now are either 1970s or 2020s. Many of the new custom homes added contemporary, Mediterranean style, and traditional styles to this neighborhood. And this neighborhood tends to be the steepest in elevation, so it often gives you great panoramic and city and island views. Now, homes here range from 1,700 square feet to 3,300 square feet on 7,000 to 11,000 square foot lots. Just further to the east of this is Ondulando. These homes built in Ondulando were primarily built in the 1950s and 1960s, and they reflect the typical ranch style for this era. Many of these homes are also located on larger lots, which offer more privacy, and some with views and some without. Here too, a number of homes were lost in the Thomas Fire, which again changed the overall feel of this neighborhood considerably. With numerous custom homes, the newer construction has a host of styles that are again contemporary, Spanish, Mediterranean, and traditional. Much of the new construction added additional square footage compared to the existing footprint that was there previously. So we see the range of home sizes here now from 1,800 to maybe as much as 4,000 square feet on 12,000 to 25,000 square foot lot. Next is Clearpoint, which is the furthest east side Ventura Hillside neighborhood. Now this was the most recent housing tract built primarily in the 1970s and 1980s. And one of the big differences here compared to all the other hillside neighborhoods is there are no telephone poles to interfere with your views, since all the utilities are underground. Second, the big difference here is all the homes are single story except for those at the very top to ensure view corridor for the neighbors. The original style was ranch style homes, and like Ondulando, the newer construction has added contemporary Spanish Mediterranean traditional with bigger one-story footprints. So now you'll find 2,000 square feet to maybe 3,000 square foot homes on 10,000 to 20,000 square foot lots. Now, if you are drawn to the Ventura Hillside due to the tranquil setting with ocean, island, and city views, then this may be the area you're looking for. I should mention though, if you are looking to sell and buy, possibly and you're over 55 years old, you probably want to watch my video on transferring your property tax base, Prop 19. Next up is the College area. It's east of the Midtown Ventura. It's a region loosely referred to by locals as the Ventura College area. Now this area includes homes located both north and south of the Ventura Community College, for which the price difference between these two neighborhoods can tend to vary quite a bit. Typically, the homes above the college are larger than those below the college. The homes in both areas are primarily built in the 1950s to 1970s and located below the college, feature kind of mid-century ranch-style architecture from that area. The homes sizes generally range from 1,300 square feet to 2,400 square feet on 6,000 to 9,000 square foot lots, and some of the homes that are close to Foothill will actually have ocean and city views. Now, if you are looking for a larger home than Midtown with great access to the rest of the city, then the college area may be a consideration for you. Now, our last and largest neighborhood is East Ventura. As Ventura developed as a city, it developed from west to east. Now, East Ventura, which begins to the east of Victoria, is more of a suburbia tract-like neighborhood. It's the largest housing stock available of homes predominantly built between 1950s and 2020s. It is a bit more tranquil, sunnier, and warmer compared to the other neighborhoods such as downtown, Pierpont, and Midtown areas. Typically, the marine layer that comes into town stops right around Victoria. So the dominant architecture is the ranch housing, which built between 1960s and 1980s, with newer tracts that are found further east of Victoria as you go. Typically, the newer tract homes will have more or a greater percentage of two-story homes in that tract. The newest tract of homes actually going in by Shea are actually all two-story homes and townhomes. And if you want more details, then I suggest watching my video, East Ventura, Shea Homes, Ventura New Construction. East Ventura offers the widest range of housing, typically from 1,200 square feet to 3,300 square foot homes with 2 and 3 car garages on 6,000 to 8,000 square foot lots at an affordable price comparatively. It is a common fact that you will get more bang for your buck since you can typically purchase a larger home for the same price as you would in Midtown or College area Ventura. So, if you really need a bigger footprint and more elbow room inside, then East Ventura may be exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you do live in Ventura, I'm curious, what is your favorite part of town and why? And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up or leave a comment below. Thanks.